Cannonier's power is insane, man. He just touches Derek Brunson, and Brunson is just not the same fighter anymore. It all started from the right hook. Once Cannonier started to get the timing of the takedowns and when the separations were going to happen and how they were going to happen, he started to let his hands and elbows go from the clinch. The right hook at 4 minutes and 18 seconds of the second round dazed Derek Brunson for the rest of the fight all the way up to the finish. I don't think Derek Brunson ever recovered when that punch landed on him. He was unbalanced, he was moving very sloppy, and it was extremely slow afterward. How much does that have to do with Brunson's age and how many times he's got hurt in his career, and how much does it have to do with Cannonier's power? I'm pretty sure both have a factor here, but Cannonier's power is not the only thing he displayed in this fight. He showed better footwork than I've ever seen from him, man. Smooth, calculated, taking off the correct angles at the correct time. Firstly, starting off with the outside steps to continue pressure against the wrestler, pushing them backwards. Takedowns from wrestlers on the back foot are a lot easier to see, and they're a lot weaker. You constantly saw Cannonier going to this outside foot step against a southpaw fighter to push them back closer to the fence, even when left kicks came at him. And Cannonier was quick enough to off-step on the outside and connect with his jab. This was a common pattern, and Brunson had to stop throwing the left kick. Not only was he getting caught with it, but continuing throwing it would open himself up for further attacks. It won't just be a jab next time, it's going to be something else that Cannonier is going to figure out. And there was even one moment in that first round, very early in the fight, where it could have ended. Derek Brunson threw an inside leg kick, and Jared Cannonier, with that fast footwork, able to move with the kick on the outside foot and just misses the counter right overhand. The fact that it went under the arm was going to cause it to miss. If he just angled it a little bit higher, due to Brunson's imbalance, the amount of reach he had into the punch, this could have spelled bad news for Derek Brunson early in that fight. And then Jared Cannonier turned into Mike Tyson, using short hop weaving pivots under punches in order to angle himself off and misdirect the opponent. He was just a tad slow on the trigger for the hooks. If he threw this one faster, again, it could have spelled the end of the fight. Or the way he went into the southpaw stance, tried to bob his way under the punch to find the opening for his right hook. Or the time in the orthodox stance, Cannonier throws a pawing right straight just to feel it out, measure the distance, see what Derek Brunson is going to do, and then trap him. He pulls straight back on the counter right jab, then angles and rolls against the left overhand, causing it to slide right on by as Brunson is overextending forward, almost like he's falling into the cage due to the momentum. Cannonier shifts backwards into the southpaw stance to cover the same amount of distance backwards in order to catch him with a right hook. Or the time Cannonier switches backwards, takes his front leg away from Derek Brunson's single leg attempt. This causes an overextension, and Cannonier lands a left uppercut on Derek Brunson. And the uppercuts are something Cannonier was looking for the entire fight. He literally started the fight off by feinting one. This discourages the takedown, gets Brunson to back up as he's showing him, shoot, and this is what you're gonna catch. Constantly throughout the fight, he was trying to land this thing, but he never really caught it. He started to actually use his wrestling skill to defend the takedowns or stand back up. Takedown defense was kind of there. He was getting taken down sometimes. He was defending some of them. Underhooks were on point, especially after he caught Brunson with the right hook. His whizzer was on point. One time Cannonier showed his BJJ skills, something that a lot of people thought was lacking. He was able to flow with Brunson, use double butterfly hooks to elevate him, push him away, and dig in that single leg to stand up with. But most of the time, Cannonier was able to grab onto one of the arms or one of the hands and use that to stand up with, not allowing Brunson to grab a body lock, grip both of his hands, and that allowed him to stand up. Kind of playing border patrol with the hands from meeting. But there came some mistakes from Jared Cannonier that Brunson was able to take advantage of. One of the times Derek Brunson was moving forward with the 1-2. He saw the left hand coming at him, he went to try to parry it, but then midway through, he retracted his parry, tried to move his head away from the punch so it's clear that he actually saw it, and he gets hit by it. Stunned a little bit, moving away from Brunson, Brunson started to advance forward and shot him for the double leg takedown, which got defended from the double underhooks. Some would have said that Brunson should have continued striking to the head instead, try to throw punches. No takedowns involved as it got stuffed pretty easily, but at the same time, if Cannonier was going to stuff that pretty easily, he was not discombobulated. It wasn't like he was out of it on the feet. Brunson would have been in trouble on the feet as well. So the mistake on the parry was very strange from Cannonier, something we don't usually see from him. And then the other time was when he actually got dropped. We cannot forget, Derek Brunson has a lot of power, man. So it was actually Cannonier the one that was extending forward with the right straight. And then strangely, he ducks his head, looks at the ground, his eyes are completely off Derek Brunson, he tries to push away at him for some strange reason. When I watched this, it really confused me. And then gets caught by a right hook. What it seemed like to me here is, he got himself so much out of position here, he thought that a takedown was probably going to come, try to push Brunson away, not knowing that Brunson was already moving away from him, which ultimately caused him to fall into the right hook. Another big mistake from Jared Cannonier that he did not repeat in the second round. And there was one great moment from Derek Brunson on the feet, showing intelligent lateral pressure. So they're both in neutral here, neither of them are closer to the fence. And Brunson's trying to make his way around Jared Cannonier to his right, starting it off with a right leg kick. This is going to push Cannonier a little bit more to Brunson's left, closer to the cage, then stepping on the outside foot to throw the left straight, getting Jared Cannonier to move backwards and toward his own right. Because of that outside foot step, Cannonier could not move to his left side. This is causing a change, a rotation in position, and Brunson's able to stalk his way for the double leg takedown and get Jared Cannonier closer to the fence, as Cannonier was trying to intercept him with a right uppercut, which he just misses. With these uppercuts, man, Cannonier was trying to finish this fight at every moment. His precision is usually pretty spot on with these, but in this fight, they were just slightly missing. And that's the end of the breakdown, guys. Jared Cannonier versus Israel Adesanya has to be the next fight now. This is a fight I've been calling for years, man. I've been so interested to see how Jared Cannonier can fight Israel Adesanya. On the feet, it's going to be a bit dicey, but the power that he has can change everything. He's extremely dangerous in the clinch. With the newfound footwork, he's able to get his way inside of range. He almost has the same reach as Adesanya as well, so things could be very interesting here.